Hello and welcome everyone to our Mecanzo video series. Today we are going to talk about the inclined plane. So, this is how we are going to do it. First, introduction, second, activity time, and third, the conclusion. So, now let us delve into the world of physics with the inclined plane. A fundamental device, it's a flat surface set at an angle to the horizontal. Now, why do we use inclined planes? We use inclined planes because it makes us easier to lift an object off the ground. Understanding the inclined plane is a crucial in unraveling behind mechanical advantage and force distribution. So I'm just going to give you some examples of real life objects on inclined plane, such as a slide, a hill, a skateboard ramp, or a folding ladder. So an inclined plane is like a helpful slope or slanted surface. It's like a ramp that makes it easier to move things up or down instead of lifting things straight up. So basically my point is that, for example, if you have a box and if you pick that box directly up from the ground, it would be a lot more difficult for you rather than if you just push the box on that inclined plane and move it to the same height. You can try it as well in real life. Now, let's move to quiz time, and I have two questions for you. The first is, how does a ramp make lifting things easier? By making things heavier, by making things slide faster, by spreading the effort over a long distance, or by reducing the length of the object. My second question is, what is another name for a ramp in terms of simple machines? Rotating plane, sliding surface, inclined plane, curved platform. Let us know the answers in the comment section. So today we are going to make a model of the inclined plane using a Mecanzo kit. So first of all, what you have to do is you have to take two big plates. Next, you have to join those two big plates using a caster strip. Next, you have to fasten the two big plates using two nut bolts. All right, and then you have to use two tiny L's on the side of the two big plates, as you can see in the figure given in the presentation. Now, what you have to do is, with the bolts that you just attached using the small strip, you have to attach an arc clip. We are going to use this later to increase or decrease the angle of the inclined plane. Alright. And finally, you have to use one shaft locker and one shaft that is about 3 inches long. And then you have to place an axle lock, and on each side of the axle, you have to place a pulley. And on each side of the pulley, you have to place an axle lock. And finally, you have to use a shaft locker at the end of the axle locker. And on the bottom end of those two shaft lockers, you have to attach two tiny L's and fasten them to the shaft locker with 4 bolts. Alright, and at the end, all you have to do is just attach the system you just made, the pulley, the shaft locker, the axle, all of the system that we just made. You have to attach it to the big plate using nut bolts. Alright, now you have a ramp that has an inclined plane that can be variable. That is, it can change its angle. So more the inclined plane, the difficult it is to move objects, and the leaner or the less the inclined plane, the easier it is. Now I'm going to give you a practical problem. So the problem is that, imagine you need to load heavy crates onto a truck. So you have to design a simple inclined plane using Mecanzo kit that could help you load the crates more easily. Now, problem 2 is, change the angle of inclined plane to 30 degrees, 45 degrees and 60 degrees, and tell us in which angle loading crates was more difficult. And then ask your mentor or try to find out why does it happen and what is the reason behind it. So, in conclusion, today we understood the fundamental concept of a flat surface set at an angle to the horizontal, which we say is an inclined plane. And we also studied about the design, how it is made and how it is helpful for us. So just keep moving forward, try to learn something new every day, and thank you so much for watching.